What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. Hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an EP review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new EP from the band Cuff, entitled Interstellar Deviance. This is self-released. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very obscure, grindy, slam-influenced, sci-fi inspired style of brutal death metal. Yeah. Cuff are very much a DIY sort of band within their work ethic, within their style, and within their musical concepts. They're very much a straightforward brutal death metal band that pretty much has a very high emphasis on great, heavy sort of slams, awesome riffs, and really weird and ugly sort of guttural vocals. They've been long at it for almost 10 years now and are continuing to just push some boundaries by creating some really weird and crazy brutal death metal. Of course, that was evidented in their mid-2000s releases like their debut Cuff 'Em All, to albums like Covered in Resin and Universal Punishment, to even the last two full-length albums that came out on Gorehouse Productions. By the way, I did review those two particular albums, 2013's Forced Human Sacrifice to the New Gods of Earth, and 2014's Transient Suffering Through the Ergosphere. Both of those albums were very representative of a trilogy concept that this band was doing. This was them transitioning into a more alien-themed sci-fi sort of style in their concept, a science fiction sort of tale to be told. From their music to their lyrics to their style, that's what Cuff were going for with those releases. There's another album soon to come, and I'm very interested to hear what that's going to be about. But until then, we have some brand new material from Cuff in the form of a 5-track EP entitled Interstellar Deviance. It's 5 tracks, and it clocks in at around 20 minutes in length. And from the minute you put this EP on, there's going to be something that really stands out far more than anything I've ever heard Cuff do. And this is something that I feel a Cuff release has been needing for a very long time, and that is very, very good production quality. You can tell right away that when you listen to the very first track, Exomorphic Divination, you can tell that this feels like a completely refreshed and revitalized sort of band. And that's what I feel is going on with this EP, and I'm very optimistic that in the future more Cuff releases will have this sort of new sound. I really think it makes that much of a difference, and I'm very happy that they have a production sound that is very much fitting for them. Yeah. As far as the music is concerned, it's pretty much Cuff business as usual. If you are familiar with how their musical stylings are, you'll feel right at home here. The guitar stands out very much so here. The way the riffs sound, very technical, very well layered out, very well planned. A lot of great heavy riffs, nice guitar playing. I like the way they're used and utilized when it comes to the more breakdown, slam sort of elements of this EP. You hear it once again on the track Exomorphic Divination, and then on songs like Archaic Mysticism. I just think the guitar work here sounds very, very good, and very much a lot heavier than previous Cuff releases. I really like the way that the tone is here. It works out very well here. Drum-wise, of course, this is a drum machine-based band, but the way the drum machine sounds on here sounds so much better. I like the way that the drum machine is handled and utilized here. It really brings out the best of this entire release. I love the way the drum machine sounds. I love the way that it's patterned. I love the way that it's played out. Of course, I don't really mind bands that use drum machines so long as they do it right, and I believe that Cuff do drum machine work right here. It's so different. It's very much different than what you would have heard on their last couple of full-length releases, and it's awesome. And of course, one thing to point out about this EP is the fact that this uses some very unique instrumental sort of ambience going on. You get the occasional vocal samples, and then you get the almost sci-fi sort of ambience going on. You hear it prior to songs, you hear it after songs, and then you hear it almost towards the end of this EP. It's as if you're being thrown right into the throes of a black hole. You're about to get sucked into a black hole, straight into another realm of the universe, and I think it's really crazy how this ambience works out. It really brings out more interesting aspects to this band's trilogy, and hopefully more will be told along with their next full length. And when it comes to the vocals, pretty much it's the typical Cuff vocal style, very weird, very obscure, croakish sort of guttural vocals. I can't tell if he inhales or exhales his vocals, but regardless of how he decides to pull it off, it works for this style. It works for this concept. It's very ugly and weird to just listen to, especially for the sci-fi themes of this record. I think his vocal style is really entertaining to listen to. It probably won't be for everyone, but I think it works for this style of band. And I want to say on the track Prophecies Unexplained, I believe Cody from the band Gomagot does a vocal bit towards the second half of the track, and you can instantly recognize his vocals right away. He still has a very ugly, distinctive, guttural sort of quality in his voice, and he really does a great job on that song. But as far as Bob's vocals are concerned, his vocals sound really good here. Zach's guitar playing and programming is on point here. This is a brand new Cuff, and I'm hopeful that this new sound and style will benefit them in the long run for many more years to come. They've been doing this quite a while, and they're really just gonna get to their higher elements with this new EP. If you're a fan of what they've put out previously, you're gonna love this new EP, and I'm very optimistic for the future that this will hold for the band. So I'm going to leave you a link to the track Pulsations and Antimatter. It's currently streaming on the Slam Worldwide YouTube channel, and this EP will be released digitally on July the 1st. It is digital only. It will be available on Cuff's Bandcamp page, and there will be physical copies soon to come. Definitely be on the lookout for any more information involving this EP. So, again, the EP is Interstellar Deviance by Cuff. This is self-released. Definitely check this out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. This is very much one of the best things Cuff has ever done, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing more of this crazy, unique sort of sci-fi slam stuff with, of course, great production quality. So, support Cuff. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.